Nevada-built Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So TCU's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief climbing through the roof, baby.
So Oregon State's offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and
Oh, there's the ball! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll try to pop the draw. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Rodgers. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Beavers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. He's going for a big play downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That's a great job by the DB, playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Can't get him to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. On the double. And the Horned Frogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They move the tight end all over. To the air, it's Hoover. They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! What a grab and go for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw and wings it incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He makes the connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to him again. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, TCU! And the defense doing work.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 7 over Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCoy. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Now on second down after the incompletion. Here we go. He wants to throw it again. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Oregon State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out.
Oh, look out! He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Snagged in the middle. It's James. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. 3rd down coming up after the completion. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be Mark. Outside the opponent's 45. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking for a man. It's McCoy. Now adjusting. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect.
And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. How about that D coming up with a play like that? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Hankerson. The ball's free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the right. It's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the move. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He'll pull it on the read. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the ground, it's Cook. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
It's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
42 Spider.
Back to pass, it's McCoy. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. On second down, he'll let it fly. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. With the catch, it's Wells. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. After that last completion, it's second down.
Green 25.
He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Fires to the big fella. And that's a live ball. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
To the air, it's Hoover. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Get set.
The inside handoff. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Come on, set.
Looking downfield, it's McCoy. They've got the screen set up. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. Running inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Beavers!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Right back to the well. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They're trying deep shot for the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Dropping back, it's McCoy. It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for space. It's Hankerson. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown! State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down.
Let's go.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. They're going to throw it again. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Cook. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 28 over Minnesota. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Sweet feet on the move. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Got it.
Now on first down from the 28.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break.
Easy.
He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Cobra.
On second down, he'll fire. Steps away to find some room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets some yardage and gets down. And the Beavers line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Back to throw, it's Hoover. It's complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Quarterback will audible. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a
Personal
marker
foul.
on the field.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set.
How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10?
42.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He caught it! And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Belly stutter.
Power football with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm gonna win. Let's go, defense.
Gaucho! Gaucho! Acorn!
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. The throw to the outside is complete. Bounced off.
And they try to pass for it, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get in the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd and inches. Who can impose his will?
Cobra!
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch called for and made. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
They'll snap it from the 18 on 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On second down, he's looking downfield. Caught close to the marker, it's Cook. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Looking to throw it again. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Cook. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Quarterback checking off. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. It's caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. On second down, looking to throw. Extending the play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback.
Touchdown, TCU! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, David.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.